found out treasures are always lost, pleasures and rage come back. I'm watching you. Be careful with your moves tonight. I think the time is right. I think the blood is dried. It cries for more. So what are we waiting for? Wires and chains starting to fade. It feels like a game you have to play. Lights out. Is this who you really are? Can't look into your eyes. Your twisted mind. It's dark, so dark. We end I found out treasures are always lost. Pleasures are long forgotten. Who are you now?
Bună seara! Bine v-am regăsit la un nou stream. Ce mai faceți? Cum mai sunteți? Sper că ați avut o zi liniștită. Eu am cam șomat azi, am dat skip. Am dat duș la muncă, nu știu, n-am reușit azi noapte să adorm. Sub 5. Am și băgat foarte mult somn în weekend. Că, știți, cu vaccinul. Rile. Că m-au dat peste cap și, inclusiv aseară am avut așa niște dureri, cel puțin unde am avut înțepăturile. Dar sunt mai bine acum, m-am odihnit azi. Și mâine sper să o iau pe un făgaș normal cu munca. Nu de alta, dar mai e o lună de muncă, efectiv, o lună jumate. Nici o lună jumate, cred că mai mult de o lună jumate n-are cum să mai fie pe anul ăsta cel puțin. Și după aia vine vacanța și în vacanță vreau să ne apucăm serios de stream în vacanță, da? Cool. Da. Cred că am apucat să mai termin niște quest-uri offline la Doamne, Two Worlds. Vorbesc de un joc de acum 20 de ani. Jesus, nu. The Outer Worlds. Așa. Și... o să continuăm cu Outer Worlds, în principiu. Cam asta e planul. Să vedem acum cu noile setări de la Nvidia. Știu că microfonul se vadă un pic mai ciudat sau... uite că se vede decent. Îmi place că iese așa din cadru. Da, am făcut setările pe care mi le-a zis să le fac, Ștef, da. Să vedem cum funcționează. Cum se va comporta setarea pe ziua de azi. Cool. Păi, zic să ne apucăm de treabă. Să nu mai zăbovim. Spacer's Choice. Space Choice. Dar văd că și resursele acum sunt mult mai puțin consumate. Cel puțin cu OBS-ul, cu setarea asta nouă. Nu mai mi-apare mesaj că țipă procesorul. Asta se aude? Nu știu, am avut impresia că nu se auzea. Nu se înțelegea omul cu persoana. Bun. Merg. Aveam chestii de reparat. Nightingale step. Geographic scanner. E același. Nu e mare diferență. Incorrect. Mm. Ce mai șmecheră? Parvati și Eli. Perfect.
I can take a hint.
Bă, dar au venit repede peste mine, bă. pot să ciordei și eu în liniște. Merge. Noroc. Merge. M-a prins. M-a prins jocul, gata. Sunt hucuit. Nu mai scap. Nu mai am sorți de izbândă. E mișto. Dar, m-a prins unul curând.
What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
Mai prins încă unul la furat. Nu. Asta cred că ar trebui să schimbă.
Take someone to watch your back, please.
Plasma cutter. Bă, dar ce-a stat ăla, bă, să mă vadă. Nu mai poate omul să fure în liniște nimic. Bă! Deci ăștia efectiv vor să fiu prins. Mă vede cărnatul ăla.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you help when it comes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed. Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products.
Oh, hello, hello.
Military service does not guarantee full employment rights, tax breaks, military discounts.
Asta e un nou nume pentru spațiu sau?
Your only source for news in the Halcyon colony.
N-ai zis de mult? Putea să rămână așa de mult nezis. Am furat bomboane de la copii. Te lasă? Ia zi, ce te-ai mai jucat? Ai descoperit ceva mișto? Ceva miștoc. Hater.
This place has a smell, right? It's not just me.
Alan Wake? Mamă, tu și cu Sanji. Sanji mai joacă. Ăsta chiar are... Nu cred așa ceva. Săracul.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner.
What are you saying, Martin? That's an Auntie Cleo's product.
My law, what have I done? The company will have my head. Both of them. This is awful. Help me! Oh, laws!
Gotcha. What I wouldn't give to see the look on your face. This guy's real easy to fuck with.
What kind of depraved mind would conjure such a nightmare?
It's your party, Captain.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to put this behind us and forget it ever happened. Oh,
Cât de
and
creepy.
it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Oh, e Spacer.
Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Heard of it? My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery,
Saltiuna.
which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
Stai să văd ce mi-a trimis. Da! Bă, chiar că îmi părea familiar, dar nu m-am uitat la pușcăria asta de desen. Se uitau ăștia frații mai mici. Jesus.
If you did, that'd be
Ce
good.
pușcărie, bă!
I could use the help.
I'd have to go over my contract, but I don't think I'm allowed
Este
to
o
keep
pușcărie de desen.
or this stall. So, what can I get you?
Știu că e amuzant. Știu.
Everyone loves
Știu,
soap.
știu.
Everyone will love you for using it too.
Pușcării sunt eu.
Shit. Oh, shit. No, I mean...
Cred că am și eu momentele mele.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was intentional.
Cred că fiecare dintre noi are momente în care mai pușcărie așa.
It's my honor to be a public figure.
Nu mai e City Boy cu noi.
When you have job security.
Am plecat din Popești, da, din Popești City. Am fost citoyen în Popești 7 ani, cred.
Have a look.
Spacer Choice. Nu pot să cumpăr căpățâna. Să-mi bag picioare dacă nu fac toată echipa de bile din astea. De vino tataie? Mai am. Momentan sunt unghiul ăla glume de ochiate și singur burlac. Nu știu dacă mai țineți minte, lumea lui Bobby era la unchiul Ted, care mereu era pe combinații. The Last Hope. Bar open. Vulcan. Ia ăsta are armament mai pertinent.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back.
Am omorât-o pe una,
Ellie,
cât am jucat offline, arăta fix la fel ca asta, numai că avea ambii ochi.
I sold it. Didn't seem to make me any quieter. That mod was for your gun, not your smart mouth. You want to bust my chops? Do it over drinks next time I'm on station. Please don't mind her. Everything I sell works as advertised. Some people just like to sass me because I don't bite back.
Deci barrel-ul nu poți să-l editezi, să-l modifici. Foarte interesant. Trash. Practic, da, practica ne omoară. Te zici că a făcut Wally cu boleți aici. Wally. Apare nu spun numele nimălui ăsta. Cât de mișto, pot să mă duc acolo, dar stai așa. Până mă duc acolo, mă duc pe aici. Și avem... Oh, hello. Ai văzut Project Tal? Nu. Nu văzut. Cu ce e? Cigareta. Cigareta 3.
Toilets overflowed on me at least twice. Thank you, stranger. Shit, you have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually two things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me. Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Yep. Is that how it is? Fine. Here's every bit I've got. That enough for you, or do you want my shit-covered clothes as well? I will. I will preserve my dignity. No one can take that away from me.
Aha. Săracul. Da, na, aici conducem un business. Wow. Hello? Hoți. Urăm tot. Am ajuns la bucătărie. Prețușa. Mergem să ne plimbăm. Să vedem chestii. Dar încercați să nu picați, vă rog eu. Da, cum că părea unul că poate să... Ia să salvăm. Just in case. În caz că facem vreo buba. Nu e navmeș acolo. N-au pus cârnații navmeș. N-au pus. Ce jepcari. Să vă fie rușine. Hoți. Hoți. Așa că mă învârt în cerc. Nu știu cum am ajuns aici. Pe aici, pe aici, pe aici. Hai, bă. Mișcă-te, că mai au și alții nevoie de scară.
We're getting all our shots after this.
Aha.
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch,
Aha.
okay?
Nu vrea să coboare, băi, ești nebun? E ca o mușcă ăștia de cur. Bun. Ia să vedem. Ce quest-uri mai avem? Solution file. Facem să bem cu tipul ăsta.
So, how's this work? Do we get a table, stand in a corner?
Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she...
Okay, so what are we drinking? You're the expert.
Ia uzi.
Oh, and don't
M-a
worry
făcut
on the
bețiv.
price. I got this. Let's just do it proper. Oh, beer. I guess, yeah, I can do that. Beer can be good. I bet.
Consumă responsabil.
Bottoms up.
Think of it like a fizzy tea that's gone a little off.
Ah, this tastes like the underside of a boot.
Păi da, nu poate, s-a blocat săracul.
Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce.
Păi așa a rămas blocat și în WC-ul ăla.
Yeah. I guess we are that, huh?
Drank too much.
Friends. Friends give each other counsel, right? What do you think I should do about Junlei? Because I feel about as aimless as an automech with a busted nav chip.
I'd give you my advice, but if I'm being honest, you're probably better off following whatever the captain has to say.
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by
Isabela.
name and everything, like she wanted me to know.
Isabela de Castilia.
Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve. Come on, Captain. I'm here to drink.
Păi și hidratezi,
Okay,
fraierul.
right, I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come.
S-a aia
Aw,
numai apă
this
nu
is
era,
just
cred că
about
era
to get
vodka
fun.
direct.
Shush you. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared. Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
Panicată e.
Don't you tease me in my moment of weakness. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. That's... well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not? Of course. Wouldn't you be? I'd never thought of it that way. I wonder what June's afraid of being rejected for. She seems perfect to me. Maybe those are just my rosish colored goggles talking. To be strong like her. Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts. Well, I suppose so, but I want to be my best self for her. A good person, worth caring for. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... wow. So much to think about. Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should? All right. There's no need to strip your screws over it. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out.
Do it.
Just as soon as we get back to the ship.
Do it.
I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
Aw.
This was fun. We should do it again after you send that message.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
Mă să vorbesc cu ea pe navă.
Hey, Ellie. Having your usuals?
Ha?
Not today. I'm on the job.
Never thought I'd see the day. A new face. What's your pleasure, stranger? I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. Who'd think of such a thing? What would you do with all the time?
Early retirement.
What ain't I got?
Are și gloanțe? Mă aștept să servească și gloanțe mici.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following...
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Taste the rainbow.
Bă, da, tot uit.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap.
Unde e policlinica vieții? Că am de furat chestii de pe acolo. Medical Bay.
Looking sharp.
Avea un depozit. Ce m-a speriat el. Duct.
Rizzo's purple berry.
Doctore.
Soft sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored sandwich.
The unreliable. Ia să vedem ce zice.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay.
Nu
I
îmi
was
zi
awake
mesaj.
half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said.
Nu îmi zi
I
mesaj.
reread my message in the morning, and
Te
it
rog, nu
was
citi mesajele, te rog.
I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the
De
courage.
ce?
Also, sorry for the typos. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises. Isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Măcar am făcut level. Easy XP, a? Da. Așa e. În tehnologii. Tehnologia! Tehnologia! Interesant. Asta îmi place. A mie place. Dar încă mi se pare că nu pot să pun în persuade, dar pot să pun în restul, știi ce zic? În minciună și în intimidare. Efectiv, îi fac din cuvinte.
Rizzo's purple berry punch. You want a punch? You got the punch right here.
O să-i fac din vorbe. Mamă, ia, mă scuzați, bârbă. Până la baie. Dar știți că arma asta
Where are we headed?
e inspirată din Aliens. Sau Alien 2, cum vreți să-i ziceți. Brazi, vrei să zic o chestie? Te rog, cu ce problemă? Hai noroc, Harkendi. Bă, să știi că o să mai slăbesc, o să suferi un șoc emoțional, din păcate. Ușor olandeză? Oh. Ia auzi. Multă baftă. Ți te pare așa rea?
You weren't followed, were you?
Come on.
I hope not. Sure is. Welcome aboard, contractor. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill
Pentru
the
poza aia,
goods.
Sharpless?
We arranged a drop at the salt.
Nu ți-am dat, mă, nicio
warehouse's
poză.
loading dock.
Te n-ai cu
Find whatever
prostiile.
he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
Da, e o variantă, sună în limbă germanică, da, exact.
A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and
Am degeaba mai dai.
unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with
Ikeben,
more money than
Ikeben,
sense can thank
Ikeben.
Sublight for their good time. One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman. When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world.
And
Apparently, one of Catherine's team
Egoist,
uncovered
just
an
saying.
abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae
nu știu de
gas.
unde. Și cu. Hai că am fost prea aproape. Nu te caci așa în plăcerea omului. Să slăbești 30 de sări, dai o poză înainte.
It's exactly 1 million bits.
Ce probleme are Archindi la ora asta?
Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer.
Bă, Archindi întreba Sanji de tine zilele astea.
Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
But it can be a lot of fun if you don't mind the possibility of rewiring your body on an atomic level.
You and I have different notions of fun, Dr. Fenhill. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
Mamă, mi-a dat 8000 și 5000 XP așa, doar că am vorbit. What the fuck?
Don't go looking for anything, except salvage. Just watch out. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
Îmi place să rănesc, da? Sunt cel care rănește. Cum Bladon era cel care urăște, eu sunt cel care rănește.
We're not gonna have to hurt you, are we?
Cum era melodia? Sunt genul de om care se pișă în liftul tău. Bă, râdem, glumim, dar și unde stătea Dumnezeu să ierte bunica mea în Berceni și la maica mea în Iancului, bă, mereu era câte unul care se pișa în lift.
You need to eat and run. Forced infecties is the only one.
Cred că toți bețivii de prin anii 90, început de 2000, cam asta era activitatea lor. Nu ajungeau, era greu de ajuns până la Budă. Igen? Nu o să mai... Hai mă, nu o să mai fie stream așa. Da. Space crime continue. Retrieve the missing. Faction quest. Interesant. Inform Dr. Wells. Hai să vorbim cu Dr. Wells ăsta să vedem. Erai? Nu știu ce să zic, Harkindi. Ar trebui totuși să cauți niște ajutor specializat. Dacă chiar simți că e o problemă pe care nu o poți rezolva de unul singur.
Impeccable timing, Captain. I was about to watch the latest episode in Halcyon Helen's thrilling serial adventure.
What?
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar
Să
Bay,
nu mai dai
would
banii
you
pe
like
alea.
me to contact Dr. Wells?
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board.
Poți să
They can
primești în
help us
continuare,
set
asta e
things right.
frumusețea.
If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Deci pot să mă duc la asta pe laborator. Aha. Da, nu vreau să intru în DLC încă. Monarch. Ia mă să mergem bine asta aici. Poate avem ceva de ridicat.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Aici. Seara faină, Harkindi. Nu câta. Da spaceport. Pentru o singură persoană. Câta spaceport.
Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud.
Phineas și Ferb.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Un porc. Bubbles. Scanning-ul ăsta s-ar putea să fie doar PCR. Păi și vreo opțiune pe care putem să o... Care e FSR-ul? Ăsta? Fidelity Super Resolution? Păi fără el aveam probleme, parcă, nu? Să dăm off? Da, dacă pare ok. Asta e important. Îmi buy a ladder. Bă, de ce e ăsta băgat acolo? Science weapons. Strângi parfum.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Marauder.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Dar de ce nu pot să intru peste el?
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. transportation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout. Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals. Of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room.
He's
Some
not
of
you.
them get quite
He's not me, boss.
scientific. The
He's not
unexpected
me.
is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
So you're the captain's mysterious associate. I'm Ellie. Nice to meet you.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. I picked you out of the hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate toward you. Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress.
What?
What's on your mind?
Let's go. Dar văd că mai e loc de o navă. Din câte se vede. Am putea să avem o flotă. Flota lista. Spacer. We have acquired poster. Monarch. Scila. Uite, mai e aici o planetă, dar n-apare, văd. Monarch. Stellar Bay. Warning dangerous. Hai să mergem prima dată unde nu-i dangerous.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. We'll be here, Captain. Or
We reached Stellar Bay.
Nice and easy.
Trebuie să plătim taxe ceva? De parcare? Nu trebuie să plătim Pe unde coborâm? Ce mișto. Hello.
hold on there. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by
Nu-i
the board
spun
and
că
all.
fac stream?
Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes.
Cui?
On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Lui Finesse. Ok, da.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty
Au trecut 3 minute. Ami pare rău.
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh,
Băi, am avut
just
la un
make Mr.
moment dat,
Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Stans. Ia stați că mi-a scris Culex ceva. Da, am găsit Ștefan. Să văd pe Facebook. Ce? Gata, mi-apare acum. Altă viață. Gata, mersi. Mi-a dat tag la un comentariu, are probleme cu un fost coleg, Jesus. Prostii, mă iertați, continuăm.
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Fishy.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that
fishy.
subject. Kinda goes
Uncle
over
Star,
my
da.
head, though.
Kind of.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Normal.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
We don't get many outsiders.
They don't get. Many outsiders. Ce roz sunt armurile ăstora. Foarte pinkish. It's a Jesus. Space Archers? Umor. Mamonar.
What are the chances of all the times and places we've been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it's sliding.
Slippery.
All over the place.
Slippery.
Trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
I am hiperspațial.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you? Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger? Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills.
Ia, deja mă trimite după droguri.
I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways.
Arată mai bine.
We'll be all set. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Să luăm nicotina, nu mă n-am. Loaia și nicotina în sabie.
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
It's Spacer Choice. I need some drivers. Bă, dar și în baie mă caut.
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Era Spacer Edition. Ce se face? Monitor, așa, folosesc. Jocul de LDSR. Așa.
Watch your step if you venture outside
Unde
the
mă
walls.
tipa aia?
New face, huh? You from Off-World?
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
Me and my friends have taken our
Mai
destiny
folosit
into
cel
our own
mai tare
hands.
anti-aliasing de
We're
lume.
untethered, free of
Combinația asta îmi bate din...
responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're
Dar
striking.
puneți băi ăsta de joc.
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all.
Se văd
Having to
oribil.
work longer shifts for less bits.
Că ăștia
And
de
the
fapt
wages we
4
do
ca în
earn don't
minte.
cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and
Posibil.
meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay. I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands. You would do that?
Ia uite-mă.
We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
Randează jocul în 8K. Și dă dansul la 4K.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss? Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
Nu știu dacă mă duc eu să...
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true. I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Okay, sure, going.
E dai assault rifle? Nu știu, unde? Nici nu știu ce am furat. Când ești cleptomaniac, nu te uiți ce furi. Doar furi, efectiv. Furi și te face să te simți mai...
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself
Uncle
killed.
Gaming.
Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful. Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy? Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it.
Hai să facem așa. O poză și decizi mai târziu dacă mi-o dai.
My boy, you punch them in the mouth.
Poza.
Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Bă, dar ai probleme, mă, Harkendi. It's Spacer Choice. Eu zic să te potolești. Ne te pare mai mare.
Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick. I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me...
Ia uite, îți dau 10 minute să te gândești la o glumă mai bună.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tom. You'll never hear the end of it.
In a while.
If you've gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
Unde a văzut ăsta? Crim. Resident.
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all. Not much I can do for this guy.
Pare a fi un jaf. Dar jaful s-a întâmplat după crimă. Jaful s-a întâmplat după crimă. Ce calorifer mișto.
okay. Take your time.
Foarte multe costuri. Da, da. Probabil e logic pentru un oraș mai măricel. Resident.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up... Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you? And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps, too.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for? Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've
E șomerii la madama aia.
And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Șomerii.
I'm afraid not.
No.
Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Avem un supply room. Oare aș putea să...
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Deci a făcut supradoză.
Graveyards near the southern ruins.
He OD'd.
You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie. Chin up, dearie. If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brack's missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie, but you... Stop by anytime you like.
Deci, search Dr. Williams body.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
Miss Ellie, Dr. Fenhope. I notice your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here.
Mamă, ce environment.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps.
Ele sigur ce. Buc. Ah, jovem. Jovem. Bă, dar repede s-a mai întunecat. Repede, repede, repede. Reptilieni. Asta e alt oraș.
Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload sold tuna shipments at the cannery. Am I the only one getting hungry?
Asta e că m-am întors fără să vreau. Am mers să încerc. M-a otrăvit cârnatul. Olympus Lover Point. Nu mai vreau să mai bag în persuade. Dar pot în dialog. Lie or intimidate. Tech. Engineering. Băgăm 5 în range și 5 în tech. Eli. Arăvati. Dr. Williams. Intră sau și forțare. Vreți asta ca de sus, da. Era rezolvat.
We take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill. I oughta. Kept me alive this long. I mean, you treat...
Își curăță pistolul.
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill? Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship. Sorry. Dr. Ellie. Still, though, don't you find it thrilling? Being in space? Look, it's just Ellie.
It's just Ellie.
come to share a secret with Auntie Abigail?
Smells like wrapped in here. Oh, it does work.
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Says someone who's never had any fun.
Exactly. See? I'm glad someone on your crew's got some sensible. Got her head on straight. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
That was fast. I gotta see about stalking some on the ship.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that, they'll offer you gainful employment. Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
That's a pretty big gun for a hunter.
I don't know what the game's like on Terra 2, but out here, the daintier weapons ain't gonna cut it. Manosaurs require stopping power.
I wonder
Yeah,
sometimes
but
what they're doing
what's
on
left
other
after you're
worlds.
done with them?
Uh-huh.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
Mm-hmm.
You're not listening to a word, are you?
Look, my back aches and everything smells like fish. I just want to enjoy my beer.
I shipped with a merc who had a gun like yours, Nyoka. He polished it, sang to it, slept with it. Not like that, as far as I know.
Sounds like he had himself a discerning palate. Where are you going? Captain, let's talk. Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine. Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help. I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous.
E dangeros.
Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, with the family we once were. First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to bury. Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Maniqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together. Thanks, Cap.
Mamă, e la 1 kilometru.
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Pe ciurci. Și le apare mai aproape misiunea asta și ar părea logic să facă asta prima dată. Everything burns.
Watch your feet. The sulfur pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off.
Marauder ringleader. Mamă, nici n-am apucat să scot bastonul. Field. They have sealed the building. Vending machine. Unde? Ah. Nice. Let's buy some bullets. It's space out of choice. Monarch. Dar cât de mare e harta asta? Oh, e ceva mai mare decât celelalte. E drăguț. Nice. It's a nice. Să fac supă aia, bă. Au un banner. Părea ceva germanic. Ha, Amber Heights. Funny name. Amber. Padre, no. Evicted. Ia uite. Ăștia fac evaziune aici, uite, borcane cu dulceață. Uite și ăștia și-a lăsat-o. Marea evaziune. Sigur sunt niște bunicuțe interlope care fac jump aici și ketchup la borcan. Trebuie să oprim bunicuțele interlope. Rose.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm
Iconoclasts?
Rose. Please
Serious?
take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
Ah, deci de fapt semnul ăla e ceva mai degrabă musulman decât...
Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
Ia auzi.
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep. Oh, sure. Graham's our founder. He taught us how to cut our own path in the wilderness. And I guess some folk have started following Zora's orders. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them. Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying. She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door. Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Pasărea Phoenix.
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
What? Ăștia au răpit copilul?
I ought to mention, the iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger? Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the iconoclasts? Help us free this world? I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision. According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
Show up with a bottle of vodka and some real good cusses. That'll show her how much you've grown.
Then she'll think they've brainwashed me into some kind of hooligan. As far as she's concerned, if I make any decision that's not aligned with hers, someone else convinced me. She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time? You're right. I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
Iconoclast.
Stringy bastard. Good thing Sora needs tendons.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep out here.
That don't mean we ought to be following her into the jaws of a manticore.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs? Stop.
Și nu.
If I never smell another raft, it'll be too soon.
Weren't you a sawbone?
Pistacker. Cum o cunoști? Uite, foarte interesant. Să vorbim, pardon, cu Agnes. Uite, stă la țigaretă, frumos.
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound. Tell the captain how grateful we are, Tuk Tuk.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I left. Then I'm going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll get that silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right? There's nothing to work out. My baby's back home, and that's all there is to say on the matter.
No, Mama, I have plenty to say about this, but that's between us. Now, you promised the captain a reward, so settle up. Then you and me can have a long talk.
Here, kind stranger. This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my Tuk Tuk home safe again.
Gnocca. E departe grove-ul ăla. Movie.
Think they left anything good behind?
Don't bother knocking on any doors. If anyone's inside, they're liable to respond with gunfire.
Deci dacă răspund cu gunfire, răspundem și noi cu gunfire. Pretty straightforward, I would say. Ce pianino.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I'm getting real bad fight or flight right now. Watch your step. People ain't this friendly outside city walls.
In my experience, any stranger this friendly either wants to rob and airlock you or sell you something.
Nonsense. Out here in the wilderness, we welcome all who come to our door. Now come in, make yourselves comfortable. Excellent. You've arrived at just the right time. My wife is putting the finishing touches on dinner. Please, make yourself at home until it's ready.
Something ain't right about this.
Search the house.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Eternal.
And who could? Stretch out your hand and cosmic divinity reaches back. Open wide your mouth and the universe provides sustenance.
Începe să vorbească ca CG-ul. A început cu georgisme.
That they do. Though it's up to us to make the most of those opportunities, wouldn't you say? Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner? That's nice. We had someone else over a week ago or yesterday. I forget. It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip. Other times it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before? That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
Pune ceva mâncare, ha?
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies? You know, the ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on the front.
Doesn't sound like any medication I've heard of. Nothing legitimate, anyway.
They don't taste very good, but they make me feel so nice. Hungry, too. That's too bad. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though. Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal. He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that.
Some kind of off-brand drug, maybe? Wouldn't be the first or the worst.
They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again. Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
Way she said that reminded me of a rat licking its chops. Be careful.
Vom fi serviți curând.
Hey, what are you doing in my room? Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you? The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
Nu vreau niciun rocket candy.
I'll keep it down.
camera e. Ce cub mișto. Hauski.
Sure.
Da, sobie Where is the mother house?
Space or choice pills, they cure all your ills.
I hope you favor ketchup and woolly cheddar. We have to make do with what we can find.
You must be Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've... Please, there's no need for incivility. Though I certainly understand. I promise I'll get...
A, deci ne-a închis ușa.
Nice to meet you. Wait,
I hope you
did I
favor
already say that?
ketchup and woolly cheddar. We have to make do with what we can find.
You must be famished.
Oh, you
Nu să ne jucăm. Încă nu. Vedem care e treaba cu ușile astea închise. Data dată am văzut sânge. Era sânge peste tot. Ia uite.
I've seen and made my share of corpses, but this is downright unsettling.
Îl și păpau, am înțeles.
sulfur-sodden asshole.
E bine că n-am servit.
Raps eat everyone? Now people are doing it too?
Că am avut un picuț... am avut un pic cu senzația că sunt șanse să fim noi în meniul principal. Că gen vom fi serviți, dar mai durează că unii dintre noi suntem bătrâni și fierbe mai greu. Mișto. Carachibali. Cani și bali. Ocolim prea mult pe aici. Nu, nu suntem în direcția. Ah, ce frumos. Cascadă nebunii socoteli. Da. Cred că era o cântăreață.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago. Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask, just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about.
Poate nu se întâmplă nimic.
Plus, he's got great legs.
It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Good to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for. You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny. Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else who isn't taken either smells like salt tuna or they're my boss. Besides, a man with a good smile and a proportionate upper to lower body ratio isn't something to pass up. Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Let's go to the warehouse.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for
In
rent.
Byzantium.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Well, if you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Pescatology.
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift? That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now. Oh, sure. Because Monarch's just teeming with experts in the finer points of salt tuna health. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind? This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. Damn right it is. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. Fair enough. The damn thing's been a headache anyway. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer. Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone. Tell him to complain to Catherine in Fallbrook, not me. Sublight's demanding more money for the same contracts, which means we're all in the same boat. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire Sublight contractors at this rate. I don't even want to think about that. or how far behind Braxton's loss alone is going to put us. Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately.
Ah, deci nu mai erau alții de vină. Ce zdreanță corporatistă! Ce zdreanță corporatistă! Punea vina pe alții că n-avea bani, că n-avea buget și zdreanța, bine, hai să vină. Aș fi scuipat-o, dar după trebuie să șterg tot eu monitorul. Nu știu cum ai suportat pământul.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in. It's signed by Birdie Black Hole Holcomb, one of the greatest hackers who ever played tossball. Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something? You're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay. Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was gonna spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
But să nu întreb pe Sebastian dacă vrea să se vadă. Să cred așa ceva.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those pheromone sacs? Manipillars ain't gonna hunt themselves, you know.
I must have hunted a dozen, but I couldn't find a single sack on any of them. Must be looking in the wrong place.
Manipillars ain't got pheromone sacs. I just told him that so he'd stop asking me for advice.
At least I'm getting a good haul of claws in the process. You're in good hands, traveling with Monarch's top merc. Still, if you want any rat glands or manticlaws, I've got you covered. Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff. Nice of you to say. I like her too. And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you don't have to butter me up.
Now I see what Celia was talking about. This guy almost reminds me of Irion.
Who?
An old acquaintance from the Groundbreaker. Real piece of work.
That's mighty kind of you to say.
But we were talking about what a lucky gal Celia is.
Anyone who can afford such a fine collection of mantisaur claws has it pretty good. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for raptidon tongues. You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Cred că nu l-a ales pentru strălucire mentală.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on. Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Tehnologia. Formă un cârnat ăsta. Dar nu era asta. Cred că Bennett era, nu?
You ever think about what goes on in a marauder's head?
Gloanțe se întâmplă.
But they still manage to feed themselves, dress themselves, work together. Gotta be something to that.
All I need to know.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us? Got an update for us? We can't afford to sit this out for too much longer. Know what I mean? How'd you manage that? Wait, never mind. If I question it, it'll turn out not to be true. Besides, I never follow how you got Velma to part ways with the bit card of her own accord. As agreed, here's your compensation. Ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows
La
the fuse.
muncă, bă. Please our choice, please our choice.
Poor Braxton.
I don't want to think.
Eaten by cannibals? What a way to go.
I put up with the constant stink of fish because I don't want to think about what's outside those walls.
I know. Just imagine if they fell. It'd be Amber Heights all over again.
That's it.
Okay.
Fish.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths. Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you? Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
Garda. Garda moare, dar nu se predă. Adică pe acolo e fundătura. Acolo ni se înfundă. Scoatem arma
Who
de
the fuck
asta.
are you? This ain't your alley. Garrett? Huh?
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
Incoming casket!
Kill Teridon. Arsenal aveau aici. Dar cu ocazia asta am văzut și în Star Trek. NPC-ul.
Aha, the helpful stranger I've heard so much about. Here to do business.
Do business.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Aoleu.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself? Out at Devil's Peak? If you're headed that far, I see you've brought the right woman for the job.
Damn right.
But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna. Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
So-called is right. We've got our hazards, but we're still here, damn it. The board took off without so much as a thought for the folks left behind.
And now you don't have to play by their rules. Sounds like a deal to me.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a Chestii sandwich.
What a charmingly roguish turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks at your competence and assure you that my plan is indeed sufficiently complicated.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended. With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush. An ordinance, of course. We do things in a civilized fashion here, not like Graham's iconoclasts.
Hey now, they may not shower as much as you do, but they've got their own sort of civil.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you just crawled out from under a rock. Forms and procedures are everything in Halcyon. And this one is located in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you? But that's terrible. What happened? But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters. Live and learn, I suppose. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services. Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws. Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2, but back then it was known as Terra 1. As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards.
That ain't fair. They didn't leave on account of the hazards. They left on account of their cowardice. The hazards just gave them a reason to put to paper.
Sharp as ever, Nyoka. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out. Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up. It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages. I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently. Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, that'd go a long way toward rebuilding our homes.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. I fear the MSI citizens who've been dissolved into Raptidon Cud would disagree with you. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship. Oh, believe me, I've learned that much. But I'm also not going to leave MSI at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
It's straight bullshit is what it is. A fabrication rich folks use to preserve their investments by leaving a lot of people here to die slow.
Nyoka has the right of it. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous. For the greater good. Allegedly. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them. A chance. They've been doing this for years. And well, let's just say I know enough about Graham to be confident that he won't change. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
What can I do for... I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I-am îmbunătățit evaluarea lui ăla. Da, cam atât. Cam atât pe ziua de azi. Îmi pare rău. Dar e luni și deja sunt obosit. Ne vedem mâine cu forțe proaspete, dar de la 10 ora dumneavoastră, 9 ora mea, că na, se întâmplă cursul de spaniolă. Cool! Vă doresc o seară minunată și vă aștept manena cu forțe proaspete. Pa, pa!